So I'm going to start writing the campfire inspired song for my major music project. So I've just written down some notes, like I've literally just opened a brand new Logic file, no instrument set or anything yet. And I've just written like some sort of like vibes of how I want the song to sound like. So I wanted to take inspiration from the song Kumbaya, purely for the reason that I was a scout, still am a scout actually. We always used to sing that song during campfire songs, so I think it'd be quite cool to try and interpret that sort of like melody or the chords in some sort of way. Instruments, I've like thought about guitar, using sort of like crackling drums is the only way I could describe it. But using like some like rim shots and stuff, that might be fun if I can try and find any on here. Maybe using like humming, and then also see if I can find any like a landscape, like cricket noises or something like that. So that's what I'm going off now. And my current plan is to get a couple of sounds ready that I like, and then my next plan is to start thinking of some chords or like a little melody sort of thing that I can start repeating and looping throughout. So that's where I'm currently going from. I'll update you once I have anything to update you on. Okay, so this is my Logic file, and I've just been messing around with a couple of things that I think sound nice. I've spent a lot of time trying to find the right guitar sound, and something that's really helped me is using this low pass effect right here, which helps me give like a lo-fi sound. So I'm going to continue trying to work out some chords, trying to work out a pattern, and then see where I get to. Okay, so I haven't updated you with this one for quite a while. I think it's been about 3, 4, 5 days, I think. My door just opened by itself. That's actually quite creepy. Anyway, so what I've done is, let me flip it around and I'll show you. So this is my main bit here. Ignore all of this bit. I've changed the guitar, so it's now, instead of this harsh guitar, it's now an acoustic guitar. Whoa, that's a bit loud. Yeah, so it's now an acoustic guitar, so it sounds like this. And then I've added in the more, like it's an electric guitar. I've added the electric guitar here. If you can hear it. It's kind of giving a bass sort of vibe to it. And then I've added some chords, so, if you can hear. So I myself can definitely hear that it does need some sort of drum beat, and I am awful at making drum beats. So it's definitely something I'm going to actually load up now, because I know it does need sort of like or something like that. So I'm going to go through the drum kits and just see but I quite enjoy how peaceful it's sounding at the moment. It does remind me of being at a campfire, which is what the vibe obviously is, what I wanted. But yeah, it's slowly getting there, slowly. We just need a couple more instruments, I think. Definitely drums to bring it together. Maybe something higher pitched, I don't really know. Definitely maybe humming at some point. That may be quite fun to do. But yeah, I'm feeling better about this one than I am with the other ones, so that's a good sign, I think. Don't really like this. What a nice clap. Where's the clap? Okay. No. I hate the sounds of these instruments, like Motown Revisited. Neo Soul I've used a lot. clap I want though. Quite like that one. No. Slow Jam is the one that I like the most. Right, I think Slow Jam. Oh, I'm writing on the wrong song. No. I was writing on the wrong song. Get this side up. Yes. If you're writing at whatever point what I'm writing down, it's just like sort of like what key I'm in. I think I'm in G. All I've written is hi guitar 1 2 3 4. Now I've just written that I've used the Slow Jam drums in case I like the sound of it, and then for other songs I know which drum I've used. Okay, I think I've got the rhythm. We're not going to repeat it anymore. We'll just... Okay, wait. I went really, really out of time. But it's okay, because we quantized it. Uh-oh, wrong bit. Okay, cool. I'm just going to make it so it's 4 bars long. 4 bars, just so then I can just loop it and it looks the same as everything else. I don't know why, it just makes my brain easier that way. And I'm going to start it just before, no, after the guitar. I'll have the guitar go through it 1 loop by itself. Okay, so we'll go like this. That is a compositional genius right here. Okay, I'm actually really, really happy with how that's sounding. I know definitely I want something high up now. What's next? By the way, what looks about 5 minutes that I've edited on here, this whole process, I think this whole song so far has taken me 40 plus way over hours. Definitely shouldn't do, but I just struggle so much with how it sounds and stuff, and that's how I like really struggled to do it, like this whole assignment, especially because lo-fi has such a specific sound and all the instruments have such a specific way that they act and work with each other. I've really got in my head that's like nothing sounds like the ones that I'm listening to. But number one, you've only got to listen to more songs to realise none of the songs sound the same anyway. And also, they all sounded once like this, and you just have to just go with it and just keep going, and you can always like add layers and stuff later. So, yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. Don't know. So, anyway, next for this song. I'll probably leave it for a couple of days. Because I think that's how I work best, just writing something and leaving it for a couple of days, working on something else, coming back to it, and see where I want to take it. Maybe add a piano in it. Definitely is lacking a lot though. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just something needs to be done with it, but it's getting there, I want to say. It would be cool to add like some sort of nature sounds. I don't know. We shall see. We're going with the flow. I'm feeling quite positive about that one, which is good because I got myself in a right state about one of my other ones earlier. Right. See you once I have another update, or I don't know. Okay, So after being stuck in my rut yesterday, I have woken up this morning, I've had a shower, I've gotten ready. I've decided to come down to a different scenery, so I'm now in my kitchen, just because I can't stay up in my room going crazy like I did the other day. I think today I'm only going to focus on, I think it needs like a higher melody. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to do that. But I'm determined to give myself breaks when I need it. I'm doing my washing today, so that will give me like an hourly break to like change loads and stuff. And I've got all day, so I'll be happy with the end of my day if I do some melody. And that is what I want to do today. So, good luck to me. I've got some coffee here, and I've got some squash. I'm ready to get on with it. Okay, what I'm going to do to start off with is just load up I think guitar for now, and then I'll loop this so I can play. I want it high. Dun, 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 dun. I need to go up high. Okay, maybe. Right, focus. And we'll record in. It comes in before. Whoa. Let's quantize this and add some low pass to make it sound better. Let's repeat this bit. Do I even like it? I don't know. Oh, I could break this down at some point later. Let's add the guitar. Okay, I think I think I'm happy with how that little melody sounds. I quite like the high bit. I'm not currently sure where in the song I'd like to put it. I definitely feel like I can now it needs something else needs to develop it. I'm quite happy with where this song is, so I feel like I can develop it quite nicely. Yeah, I'm actually happy that I managed to get out of my headspace and actually write something today. The other day was a lot for me. I feel like I get in my head a lot while doing these, writing these songs, so I'm glad I'm kind of over it. I don't want to say over it, but I'm in a more positive headspace. I think changing environment for me was probably one of the best things I could have done. Happy with it. At least I've got one thing done today. I was just doing some like little rearrangements of some tracks, so I changed the sound of the high guitar to this sound. Let me just play it for you. And I added some like different velocities so it sounds more realistic and stuff like that. And then I was just looking at, because I think this piece is missing something from this section. And definitely there's a lot of potential that I can do with this song for the next bit. I think a new melody will come into place at some point. But I found, so on the Logic library, let me show you. So on the Logic library, I've just found this one called Legacy, and then I went on to GarageBand and found this one called Sound Effects. It was just from purely just looking at all the Logic found, and then I found this one called Nature Sounds. And if I play, loads of different sounds are on that, and I found this one, which I think would work so well for this piece. I'm going to take off solo instrument. And I just think it'd be quite nice to have it like running all the way through. I'm not sure how long the sound effects lasts for, but I can always like merge over the sound. But I quite like having that sound effect, so I'm going to try it now and then see how I will see if I like it. Go from here. I can already tell I really like that. Right, I'm gonna record it in now. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Okay, cool. So I've just recorded it. And then I'm gonna play to you how it sounds. I need to listen to it again because earlier I came up with the idea of maybe moving the bass, not the bass guitar, kind of the bass, this part, the to come in after the kit. I'm gonna try that. There we go. Okay, so I'm really happy with this piece. Yeah, I've definitely just saved that. I'm quite happy with that piece because I just like how simple it's sounding, and the nature sounds like of the campfire really like helped elevate it, I think. So I'm really glad I found that sound. I've been looking on YouTube a lot to try and find a sound like that, but nothing really came out to me. So yeah, I think, touch wood, I'm on a right path with this now, and it's definitely something I can develop at a later date. And I definitely think if I handed this in as a demo, you could definitely see the potential that I think could come from this piece, but by developing it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with myself. I'm proud of myself, and that's the main thing. Yeah, so my next step, I'm going to put some headphones on. I'm going to try and make all this, the instruments sound like the similar sort of vibe. Basically going into the producing and then kind of the mastering stage. Obviously I don't want to properly master it now, but I'm gonna go and mix it, make it actually sound better than it is now. I reckon that process will take me a long time, but it'll just be going in and then changing different things, maybe adding a reverb, who knows. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. And now I need to come up with a name, because currently it's just Campfire Vibes and I'm not vibing with that one. So yeah, I need to come up with a name, but I can do that while I'm producing it or whatever. So yeah, quite happy with where this is at. I'll probably do a time lapse or something of me producing it, just because I'll have my headphones in, which I'll probably do in the next couple of days, and then I believe it's ready to be a demo, I guess. Today is the day that I start mixing. I thought of a name for it yesterday, which means this is the first one with a name. It's called Red Light Flickers, and I actually really enjoy the name. I really need to charge my laptop, also give me a second. My plan today is to mix. I just want the instruments to sound better, and then I think it will help me, so I'm gonna give myself like a week off, and then next week I'm gonna get back into it, and I think it will be better once the instruments sound better. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do the same process as I did with one of the other ones, where I literally just put my headphones in off camera, mix it all, and then I've saved like a separate document so you can see like the comparison of what they sounded like before and what they now sound like afterwards. So yeah. Okay, so it's been a while, and I'm just gonna go through each individual track like I did last time, and show you the individual songs. So the first instrument I had was a piano, and this is how it sounded like without any effects. So yeah, that's literally just the instrument as it was, and now I've just added a low pass effect and done some EQ, so it sounds like this. Which I really like. I like how quiet and muted and laid back it feels, and it also feels quite gentle, which I quite enjoy. And then the second instrument I have is the steel string acoustic. This is what it sounds like just as you load it up into the MIDI file. Like quite harsh and tangy, and what I did instead was I added a low pass filter, and I added some EQ, and I also reduced the volume because for some reason when I was writing it, the steel string acoustic had all the volume, like literally all the way up, but what I've done is I have just made it like level so it sounds better with the track with the other instruments. So I'll show you it now. The next instrument is just the guitar chords going round. And while I was actually composing this, I had already added a low pass filter, so it sounds like this. Which was just very, very like but what I have done is and also, by the way, this is just like the classical guitar. I've added obviously the low pass filter, and I've added like some sort of reverb on there, so it sounds like this, which just makes it, to me, sound so much more like gentle. And I always use the word muted and like dampened, but that is what it sounds like. The next instrument is the nice crunch guitar, which is kind of like the bass guitar of this. And what I did was, basically, I didn't like the sound of this guitar anyway, so I kind of mixed it while I was going along. So it came with a compressor, an amp, a tape delay, and a limiter, which I completely got rid of, and I just put a low pass filter on, so it sounds like this. But the only different thing with the new track is that I put some EQ on it, so it just sounds a little bit different. And I changed the volume and the velocity of some tracks. Sounds quite nice. And then for the kit, I'd already added a low pass filter, and I believe I didn't really do much else to it. No, I didn't. So they both sound the same. So it went from this and I believe it's the same. Yeah, because a couple of things I did edit like throughout. And then the nature sounds, I didn't do much to this at all. I just changed the volume of it throughout. So yeah, I just changed on the volume throughout. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done for the mixing part. I think the piano and the guitar parts have completely changed like the sound of the song. Let me just show you it all together. So I'll go from here when the high one comes in. So this was the old one, what it sounded like. To me it just sounds really like harsh and like whereas this is the new one. It's a very, very subtle change, but I think overall like the whole piece has kind of changed. It definitely feels more relaxed, less harsh, so it brings the more ambient feel, because then it's not as distracting if it's like nah, nah, nah. So that's what I have done with this track. I'm very, very proud of myself with this track. There was a point in the middle where I thought it wasn't going to go anywhere, but I'm really proud with where it's gone. And it's very, very simple, but I know that I can do a lot more with it. As I've said with the other ones, and you may have noticed, there is an evaluation video that I'm doing where I go into more detail of the whole process throughout, and I individually evaluate this song, saying what I think went well and what I think went badly. So if you'd like to watch that, go on my channel and watch it. And thank you for watching my process for this song. It's definitely by no means finished, but it's definitely, there's a good starter, and I think it works as a study song, so I'm quite happy with that. And it's crazy to me how far it's come from the beginning. Crazy.